Hello and welcome back to Exothermic Plays Games. I am doing some StarCraft. I was actually unable for a while to be able to play on the North American server. There was a bug with authentication, and that's been fixed. Some people were affected by it, definitely not everybody, but I unfortunately was. So like a lot of the stuff on my video ranking StarCraft II as my favorite video game of all time was not on the North American server, and now I feel more comfortable laddering into trying to play competitively again without having the lag and stuff associated with playing on Europe or on Korea. So here I am, and this is my first ladder game back since I started again. There's a replay of it. It's the first one, and this is the first, it's been quite a while since I've played ladder remotely seriously. It's been probably a couple of years now, so I'm not as good as I used to be. There's going to be a lot of rust in this game, but what's interesting here is this game actually was, my opponent here, this blue Zerg, I'm in the top right as the red Zerg. My opponent is in the bottom left as the blue. They were actually, their race they're playing as random. So going into the game, I did not know what they were. I decided to, rather than drone scout, which I probably should have, but I did a earlier pool and then a later hatchery. Now they did an even earlier pool, or maybe it's about the same time. Regardless, their hatchery is a little later. So it's pretty standard safe opening here as far as ZVZ. Neither of us are doing anything especially crazy. My gas was a little late, and so you'll see that pop up. They have already started metabolic boost. I have just started collecting gas. So they're going to have Zergling speed a lot sooner than I am. They've pulled off one of their workers from gas to go back onto minerals. Gas investments in Zerg early game are not that heavy. Basically, you want to get your metabolic boost, your speed upgrade for your Zerglings, so they run real fast, much sooner, and then you want to have enough just to make a handful of Banelings for defensively, or like if I were to attack with a big swell of Zerglings, then they can have Banelings to kind of thwart that is the plan. And we're both kind of going for the same thing here. Just my economy is right now it's about the same. I have a little more in gas. They are excuse me. They are going to have a little more in minerals, but you'll see what kind of goes on here. I do want to say this was a very good game. I was very happy with this being kind of my first game really back. The opponent at the end of the game, I looked at their profile. They're in platinum for random, but they're actually, like, it appears that their main race is Zerg. It's what they're best at, and they're pretty firmly diamond in there. So being away from the game for a while and making this a competitive, fun, engaging game was really exciting for me. So we have some Zerglings that are starting to get into a fight, a little bit of a scrap here. He has more Zerglings than me, and they're faster, so I can't really take this fight. So I run away. I lose 7 Zerglings. I only kill 1. But that's okay. That's okay. I have more here. I have queens ready to fight. Let's see here. They have, we both are at 3 queens, so 1 for each base for injects, and then another 1 for defensive play. So here we go. I've made a lot more Zerglings. I have 22 to their 16. They're making more. I'm making even more, but still my speed has not, no, speed did kick in. I see. Speed kicked in, but they managed to kind of get an, I didn't get the angle for attack that I wanted. We are both making walls. So they've got 2 evolution chambers and a spine crawler here, and then they can hold position, a queen right here, and they're about to do that, I think. Oh, no, I get in. I forgot. But here we go. I start making some Banelings while taking out stuff because I noticed that I have way more Zerglings than them, so I think it's safe to make the Banelings right here. They're morphing. I lost all my Zerglings, which is unfortunate, but so did they. So that was a big deal. If we look at resources lost now, they've now lost way more than me. They've lost 47 Zerglings, 5 drones, and a queen. Losing the 5 drones is a big deal here. So we see that I am ahead on mineral income by about 100. So here, now they are starting their roach warren. I haven't started making roaches yet, and that's partially because my gas was later, so I didn't really have the gas to do it. But I'm continuing up the pressure. I've got banelings coming. Probably morphed them a little too far away, but that's all right. My play here is definitely a little sloppy, but I think it's a pretty engaging game. So banelings are dancing around up here. They're ready to get in there. If I'm able to break through the wall, they're going to certainly help. So Zerglings and Banes come in. The Banes come through. They come crashing on everything. Transfuse on the Queen. But the Spine Crawler here is almost dead. I'm trying to pick it off with a little bit of surface area. I can get Spine Crawlers down. I can get through their wall. The Evolution Chambers are certainly doing a lot of work. The Queens are going to go... Am I going to get both? I get one, and... Okay. The other one lives, just barely clings to life. Now, if we look here back at home, I've only got a few drones on minerals there, and I've still only got 2 on gas. I haven't really been focusing on my economy that much. I'm trying to keep up the pressure. I can feel that they're on the back foot. I'm really close to breaking them. They don't have a lot of Zerglings. They are starting to pump out some roaches, and they have some banelings, but the roaches can tank and shoot at the banelings if I could focus fire properly. So... that being said, their economy isn't that much better. It's a little better at the moment. Actually, it's a lot better at the moment. Okay, that changes soon, because I'm starting to drone here. I realize that I'm not going to be able to get the killing blow, but I can still kind of keep pressure on them. The hope is keep them confined to the 2 bases, make it harder for them to transition into anything while I am teching up back home. I do need enough roaches in order to do that. So, yeah, I haven't started layer yet. I don't have the money to do it because I've been pumping out the roaches and the drones. But, so here we go. They have a little more banelings than I kind of anticipated, but I'm able to take in reasonably okay fight, kind of shave off their numbers. I can't quite take out that queen yet. I probably should have focus fired it. They do have, due to, obviously, defender's advantage, reinforcements, they're able to defend and push me back for now. I decided to kind of regroup somewhere more central so that I can pivot where I need to later. I'm starting my layer. See here, yep, they have not started layer. I don't even know, I don't remember if they ever get it. But I'm about halfway through layer, and that'll allow me to get the speed upgrade for roaches. That'll allow me to later on get better attack upgrades, which, speaking of attack upgrades, I started +1 missile attack right now. So they haven't started any upgrades. They are on pure base units. So once these upgrades kick in, if I can take advantage of it, I should have a pretty good time with the fight. They do have an army advantage at the moment, for sure, but I am getting an income advantage now, and especially on gas, and hopefully these upgrades can kick in time. I was caught a little out of position. They show up to attack my 3rd, and I am way out of position to defend it. I have to cancel. I started a queen, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to make it. The roaches are further away than I thought. So I cancel the queen. The hatch goes down. They get a full kill on that. Meanwhile, they're getting their 3rd up. This is looking dangerous for me, but again, hopefully the upgrades can kick in. I start making a few Ravagers. This should help kind of with my lower army value. Although I'm starting to even that a bit. My economy is firmly better than theirs now, and I'm able to start kind of getting these advantages. So, like, they are not fully saturated at this base. They are mining out here. They need to transfer a couple of those drones. But Zergling's coming up, just to kind of poke ahead and see what's going on here. I do see there's quite a few things. I morph a bunch of banelings to try to get splash damage on these large groups of roaches, because the Zerglings themselves aren't going to be that good against the roaches, but several baneling detonations can clear a bunch of roaches right away, or bruise them enough in order for me to get an advantage. I'm a little slow to react. I must have been looking elsewhere. The banelings come in. The detonations are okay. Actually, not that bad. That worked out pretty well. So far, we are pretty even in units lost, but now I have +1. They are just starting their roach speed. They haven't started any upgrades. Yeah, they haven't started any attack upgrades or armor upgrades. So the stat boost here is big. The difference on +1 attack allows me to, I think I kill a roach in 1 fewer shot, if I remember right. But I have biles now, corrosive biles off of these Ravagers. They're going to allow me to kind of poke at this backline. They've opted to add Hydralisks, which I do have a Hydra Den, but I haven't started making Hydralisks yet because I wanted to use my gas on upgrades. But I'm getting upgrades, I'm getting the group spines for the Hydras. Big fight. I'm able to take the fight at the choke point. Not all of their Hydras in the back were quite attacking. His roaches were too clumped up at the front. So this upgrade advantage is turning out really good. The Ravagers are able to get on top of the Hydralisks. Hydras offer a lot of damage per second. They hit hard, but they're very squishy, which is why I made a little bit more Zerglings. They get in there, they get on top of the Hydras. If Zerglings get on top of Hydras, especially unupgraded Hydras, the Zerglings start doing really well. I'm able to break through. I catch the this is when I figure out, oh, they have a mining third, and so I send stuff down to take care of that. They have no defenses here. They are making a handful more roaches here, but I've got, you know, like, they'll just kind of funnel to their death. They are finally making some Ravagers to try to combat my own, but again, they have no upgrades, and I'm halfway through getting my +2 attack. So, Zerglings, lots of Zerglings starting to come in. How am I doing on larva? So it's 40 drones to 33 drones. My economy is definitely a little better. I'm spending my money. I'm a little heavy on gas. I probably didn't need quite as much, but I would have had more mineral income if he didn't kill my third when he did. So that was a little rough. I'm getting some stragglers here, but that's because these ones are finishing off this, and he taps out. GG. That is my first ladder game back. I kind of stick around just to poke through stuff a little bit. But I thought it was a pretty tense, exciting game that had a lot of tense moments where it could have gone either way. And just, it's, you know, StarCraft is a game of little tiny advantages building up in order to snowball into a big advantage later. And I feel like that's kind of what happened here. The upgrade bonuses that I had were really big. The +2 never kicked in, but the +1 was really big, and getting the corrosive biles and getting a few good hits with that, and just getting a handful of good engagements while managing my drones reasonably well, although it could have been better, was really big. Certainly the big Baneling hit in my first attack was big, but yeah, so that is this game. I hope you like it. I'm thinking about doing a video like this maybe every Sunday, just like, hey, here's an RTS game that I played that was fun. You know, we can call it Strategy Sundays or whatever. But if you want to see more stuff like this, let me know. I'm definitely in a period of kind of experimenting with the channel, and I hope that you enjoy this kind of content and that it was fun for you. It was definitely fun for me. So, all right, I'm heading out. You have a great day. Goodbye.